this morning along with the American Red Cross for an event they say will save lives. It's called Goal 1000, and KCRA3's Kristen Simoes joins us live now from Expo with more on some safety tips for your family. Kristen.
Well, Leticia, Goal 1000 refers to the goal of installing 1,000 smoke detectors in homes around the Sacramento region today. And this is particularly timely because we have seen a string of house fires in the Sacramento area over the last week, fires that claimed a total of 3 lives. And talking with the Sacramento City Fire Department, they've also seen people escape unharmed because of smoke detectors. And we've got Chris Harvey here this morning. First of all, we have video of an event yesterday where you illustrated just how quickly and easily a house can go up in smoke.
Yeah, we had a Christmas tree that we burned yesterday out at our fire academy. This tree we didn't water for a week just to show how quickly the trees can dry out. As you saw in the video, the tree goes up in flames very quickly. The other danger in that case is that those trees produce a large volume of smoke, and that smoke is what can spread throughout the house into other rooms, and upstairs the smoke can be very dangerous and possibly deadly.
Now talk to us about today. One of the goals obviously is to install more smoke detectors. The other is to encourage people to set up their own evacuation plan. Talk to me about how you do that.
Sure. So the main thing in this case is all the people that live under one roof, whether it's an apartment, a home, grandparents, uncles, kids, everybody needs to make sure that they're on the same page. They need to talk about an escape route to get out of a house, preferably 2 or even 3 routes out of a house, whether it's the front door, the back door, windows, whatever way it takes to get out of the house, get everybody safely out, and then a place where everybody gets together outside, a point to meet, and have some accountability, make sure everybody got out safely.
And we've been told, and we saw this week, that December is the deadliest month of the year for house fires. Why is that?
Well, as we move into the colder months, we start having space heaters come out, fireplaces, candles, things of this nature. There's usually more sources of ignition inside of a house in the winter months, and as we've seen in the last week, it can be deadly, unfortunately.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And again, they will have hundreds of volunteers out canvassing 35 different neighborhoods in Sacramento, installing smoke detectors and working with families on their own fire evacuation plan. Coming up in a half hour, we're going to get a lesson on how to install a smoke detector, how to change the battery. So stick with us. I'm Kristen Simoes, reporting live in Sacramento, KCRA3 News.
A great reminder for all of us. Thanks, Kristen. We're heading out on a Goal 1000 campaign, which is focused on preventing deadly house fires and saving, hopefully, many lives. KCRA3's Kristen Simoes joins us live now from Sacramento with a big event. Kristen.
Then you're going to go.
That's right, Leticia. They're going to be hitting the road in about a half hour. You can see there are a couple hundred volunteers that are involved in this effort today. Goal 1000, which has the goal of installing 1,000 smoke detectors in homes across the region and educating people about home fire safety in general and evacuation plans. And that's particularly important right now because December is considered the deadliest month when it comes to house fires. And we've seen that just this last week with a string of fires in the Sacramento area. 3 people died this week in house fires, and that's what they're looking to prevent with this campaign. It's the American Red Cross and local fire agencies that are teaming up along with 200 volunteers, and I'm told that the American Red Cross does what they do out of 97% of their teams are volunteers. And actually, we're talking with one of those volunteers. We have Heath Wakeley. Heath, first of all, tell me what you guys will be doing, how you'll be canvassing the region this morning.
Well, we're going to be breaking into teams of 3 or 4, and there will be somebody to talk to the family about getting a preparedness plan within the household. So if there is a fire, they know where to meet in the front yard. They have exit ideas, and then we'll be asking them about their current smoke alarms, whether they have them. If they do, is the battery fresh? And if they need smoke alarms, we're installing them for free.
And such important messages. You were talking to me earlier about the fact that it's all volunteers that help get out these messages.
Oh, it really is. We have volunteers from a lot of different organizations here, and we couldn't do it without them. 97%, as you said, of what the Red Cross accomplishes, it does with volunteers. Very important.
Okay, well, thank you, Heath, for talking with us, and have a great day out there. And the Red Cross says they're always looking for more volunteers. They're hoping to do this Goal 1000 campaign for the next 5 years. And and their next one is scheduled for January. So if anybody's interested in volunteering in January, they definitely need help. People at home today, they ask what you can do at home is check your smoke detector, obviously, and the other one is plan a fire escape route and practice it with your family. Important tips that, as they say,
Goal 1000 aimed at saving lives. KCRA3's Kristen Simoes is live near Cal Expo, where hundreds of volunteers are gathering this morning to help. And Kristen, tell us more about the goal of 1000 and what that's all about.
Well, Leticia, Goal 1000 is the American Red Cross's goal of installing 1,000 smoke detectors today in 35 communities across our region. And they're doing that with help from more than 200 volunteers who will be in this room in about an hour from now getting briefed. And in 2 hours from now, they'll be hitting the road, going to these communities, talking to people about smoke detectors, about fire drills, about all of these important messages that the fire department really wants to send this time of year in particular. We have some video of a fire that took place earlier this week. This is the deadliest time of year, according to the fire department, when it comes to house fires. And in fact, 3 people lost their lives this week just in our region alone. 7 times a day, someone in the United States dies in a fire. So this, of course, is really timely, really important information. And we're talking with Lily Wyatt from the American Red Cross. Lily, Goal 1000, this is the first time you've ever done it here in Sacramento. Obviously, really important.
Yes, this is the first large-scale canvassing event that we're holding in the Sacramento area, and this is for 24-county region that the American Red Cross Gold Country covers.
How did you choose these regions?
So these areas that we're canvassing today were selected looking at the history of home fires and working with the fire departments. These are the more prone to have home fires during this time of year.
So you're expecting to install smoke detectors to check to see if batteries are working. What all will your volunteers be looking for?
All of the above. So we're going to be going door to door, knocking on doors, and just letting people going into the neighborhoods, going into the homes, and making sure that their smoke alarms are working. Many people just have a smoke alarm and they take off the battery. So if that happens, we're going to put the battery. If their smoke detectors are not working, then we're going to install 10-year smoke detectors, which should also be checked at least every couple of months. Technically, it's usually every 6 months, but you actually do want to press that test button in your smoke alarm to make sure it's working once a month. And then we're also going to be talking about how to practice your escape plan and your preparedness plan and your communications plan with your family.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Lily. And 2 messages that they want to get across if you are at home today. 2 things that you can do at home that can save lives. Number 1, check your own smoke detector. Number 2, make sure you have a fire drill and practice it. And coming up in another half hour, we're going to be talking with the Sacramento Fire Department about how to do that, how to set up your own evacuation plan. Reporting live in Sacramento, I'm Kristen Simoes, KCRA3 News.
Great advice. A string of Sacramento area house fires in recent days have resulted in lost property as well as deaths, including the lives of 2 young children. Today, Sacramento firefighters are teaming up with the American Red Cross to blanket the region with smoke detectors in an effort to prevent more deadly fires. KCRA3's Kristen Simoes joins us live now near Cal Expo with more on the Goal 1000 campaign. Kristen.
Well, Leticia, you can see volunteers here are gathering behind me and in this room where in a few minutes they will be briefed on how to install smoke detectors, how to talk to people about fire escape plans. This is all part of the Goal 1000 campaign with the American Red Cross and the Sacramento City Fire Department. Their goal today is to install 1,000 smoke detectors in 35 communities around Sacramento. We have one of the volunteers here this morning, Brandon McBride. What do we need to know about smoke detectors?
Basically just have one in each room of your house. Put one right inside the doorway and then a carbon monoxide detector in your kitchen. That's pretty much it. It's pretty common sense stuff, really.
Now, you guys are installing a 10-year smoke detector. This is a new product. It doesn't mean that you don't have to check it for 10 years. Tell me about it.
Right. Yeah, so it's a new product. It's a 10-year battery. We recommend you check it twice a year, pretty much on the daylight savings times. Check it then, and if you have a regular smoke detector, also, check those batteries as well. So.
Okay, and you're going to show us now how quick and easy it is to install a smoke detector. And again, they're going to be going in teams of 4 to 35 different neighborhoods around Sacramento doing this today.
Right. So, it's really easy to do. Just get yourself a Sharpie, a pen, or whatever. Mark yourself a couple of holes. If you have a drill.
Grabbing the drill and the smoke detector here.
If you don't have a drill, you can use a Phillips tip screwdriver. Just your 2 pilot holes there.
Now, the 35 communities that you guys are going to today, I understand those are communities that have been identified as having the most fires and the fewest smoke detectors.
Right. So, the goal is to get to these areas, especially since we've had these bad, horrible fires in the last week, with the children dying and stuff like that. So we really want to reach out to the community and, get these things out there to the folks.
Okay, I'll let you finish showing us how to do this here.
Okay, so, obviously not everybody's going to have 2 drills for this, so,
and that's why you guys are out helping people. And again, everybody who will be out there today, 200 volunteers, you're all volunteering your time to do this, to help save lives, to help install 1,000 smoke detectors today.
Right.
And Brandon, as a volunteer, why are you spending your Saturday morning doing this?
For me, why not? If I can come back and contribute in a small way, and maybe someday it'll save a life, so.
Okay, and let's get that smoke detector on there.
So one other thing to know is when you lock this thing on, it will beep, but this is a demonstration one, so it won't beep. So you can always just push the button and wait for it to beep. It should.
Okay, quick and simple.
That's it.
Thank you. And if you are at home today, the Red Cross is encouraging everyone to take a few minutes, check your own smoke detectors or install one if you don't have them. Also, come up with a fire evacuation plan for your own home. This is the first of several Goal 1000 events that the Red Cross will be holding over the next 5 years, so they're always looking for more volunteers. The next event is in January if you're interested. Reporting live in Sacramento, Kristen Simoes, KCRA3 News.
Thanks, Kristen. Great advice, and what a great project as well.